Velvety, smooth, satiny, delicious pumpkin pie is my absolute favorite dessert of all time. My recipe is so easy, and if you look good, there are no cracks. If you want to know how to make my pumpkin pie, just stick around. Welcome to the Fancy Cakery. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. If you love to make and bake desserts and try out new recipes, I'll test them out for you. You just follow me. I'll always tell you the truth. So we'll start where every good video starts. At the fail. I did not have enough crumbs for my crust, so I had to scrape it out and put a little more crumbs and a little more butter and then redo it. At first, I'm just going to use a fork to spread it evenly, and then I'm just going to use a little bowl, I guess. I don't know what you call that, what I have, to just press it, you know, really packed in there. And then I just use my fingers to make sure it's really nice and tight and packed in there. Many people like the traditional pie crust for their pumpkin pie. I just love the graham crackers, and I think this year I'm going to try my ginger snap crackers. You could also take some shortbread cookies and do the same thing, and you'll have a nice shortbread crust. The options are absolutely endless for your crust, and the good thing is you don't have to pre-bake this crust, so that makes it absolutely easier. To get started with my pie, it's so easy. Just a tin of pumpkin, packed pumpkin. I know I could make it from scratch, but the pumpkin farmers already did it for you. I just support them. I support the pumpkin farmers. And I'm going to tell you the key to the no cracks. You use 1 egg and 3 egg yolks. And that makes it more like a custard, and it doesn't crack. Try it. And if you notice, I'm not even using a mixer, just a whisk. I know it looks like I might be putting some elbow grease into this. No, not at all. I'm just like literally stirring and stirring and stirring. It's not thick batter. It's easy. A tin of condensed milk, or what I call sweet cream. I'm sorry, but I'm going to show you how I scrape this can to death. I cannot leave a drop in there. I just can't. When I watch cooking channels on TV and they're leaving all the batter in the bowl, and it just makes me, I'm like, scrape it out. Like, look at all what you leaving in there. Scrape it out. How you could just waste that. It drives me crazy. 3 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. Gonna give you the absolute best flavor. Don't skimp on the pumpkin pie spice. I know I got many of you out there, just like some of my family members, they're gonna use cinnamon, but that's okay. You can do that too. And we're gonna pour our beautiful creamy batter. Is it a batter? Yeah, I guess it's a batter. Batter into our pie crust, and I'm gonna smooth it and give it a little drop on the counter just to make sure it's nice and even and get out any like maybe big air bubbles. I'm gonna tent the sides with foil, because you are going to bake this at 425 for 15 minutes, and then you're going to bake it at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes. So it's going to be in there a while, and you know the edges of that crust might burn, so you just want to preemptively cover those so they don't burn. You want it cooked, but you don't want those edges burnt. Into the oven, and look at my beautiful chilled pumpkin pie. I'm going to cover it with my no-bake cheesecake. That is world famous. Well, it's my family famous anyway. And just put it back in the fridge for 6 to 8 hours for the cheesecake to kind of set. The most delicious dessert you've ever tried. What I actually did, because I'm recycling this footage, I will tell you, I put this in the freezer, and this was in the freezer for about 6 weeks. It was perfect. Like, you would not have known it was frozen. So definitely this is a freeze ahead dish. And if you like pumpkin pie and you like pecan pie, I made a pumpkin and pecan pie. My son is begging me to make it. He said that's one of the best things I've ever made. And if you don't like pumpkins, that's okay. I got a apple caramel upside down cake you're gonna want to try.